9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hi, everyone.
Hey.
How's it going?
Hey, well, hey, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Dave's Retro Video Lab live stream edition, Father's Day edition, live stream, whatever. So, I hope you all are having a wonderful Father's Day so far. I know Hallmark kind of created Father's Day, but you know what? As dads, let's take advantage of the day today, right? I hope you've been driving your family just as crazy as I've been. Heck, I got my family here. They're helping me out with this live stream edition. As a matter of fact, we have Junior Lab Tech Cameron here.
Hello, everyone.
Against his will.
Well, I usually am here.
Cameron is behind the scenes, but I thought I would drag him in front of the camera so he can help me talk about the gear today and help answer questions about family members and how they deal with, us who like old retro gear and that sort of thing.
Him. It's him.
Well, are you Generation X, Y, Z? What are you?
Z.
Z. So Cameron is Generation Z, and I think they deal with TikTok and all that other stuff, whereas...
He stole my joke.
Oh, I did, didn't I? We had a whole rehearsal thing going on.
Yeah, we did. That just blew up in flames.
Okay, so in the TV world,
yes, we
have to move on because you guys will move... Well, was it click away?
Or whatever.
So, yeah. Babs... That's my wife. She's behind the camera. Hey, Babs, say hi to the audience because we're live.
Audience. Hello.
Great. So let's cut to camera one. Hey, look at that. It worked.
Yeah.
So I want to thank you for joining us. Well, no, we're not even done yet. So I want to say hello. I hope there's some special friends out there. I know we got Ace Paul. Maybe Reader's going to join us. We got, Ruben Loves Tacos. And Dr. Brain, but it's really Dr. Smart, I believe. So, today in the lab, we have we always have special camcorders, but here's one of my favorite cameras. I think I say that every episode. This is, hold on, cut back to the camera one, Babs. This is a Sony CCD-V220 camcorder.
They really could have made this box smaller.
Well, you know what? They wanted to make sure it was nice and safe.
They wanted to make it dramatic, would you say?
Well, no, it just wanted to make sure the contents were safe when they were making their way, when the cameras were being shipped over from Japan.
Yeah.
When Japan used to make stuff, now it's China and everywhere else. But, so, what we have here is this lovely CCD-V220 from Sony. Let's take a closer look, shall we? Now, what makes this camera so special is, quite simply, the VU meters. That's about it. But there's more to it. You can see sort of what I would call the genetics, the heritage, lineage. So really, this camera started off as a CCD V8. Then it became, it was a CCD V110, and you can see that's where the lineage is.
Yeah. So it seems like this camera, so it has a long lineage. How would you say it improved over the V110?
So, a great question. So, what they did was they made this camera more industrial-based, whereas the V110 was more of a prosumer camera. And some of the items they added on to this, as I joked earlier about the VU meters, it has basically many more features. It's not a high 8 camera, by the way. It's still just a video 8 camera. In the back, they finally, let me see if I can aim that right. They finally got rid of the stupid little block that would plug in the back, and they put all the audio and video outputs. Let me see if I can get that a little bit better. There we go. They put all the audio and video inputs in the back, which is really... Camera one, please. Yes.
I was getting my revenge there.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah. My offspring here, he can be quite troublesome sometimes. No, he's a lovely boy. He's a wonderful kid, and I'm so happy.
But today's Father's Day.
That's
so
right. So it's all about fathers like me, right? Thanks. Thanks, Cam.
Of course.
So let's dive deeper once again. There we go. So we have controls here. We even have, I believe, the headphone jack here. Many more features and controls that are on this camera. Now let's spin it around to here. Let me see if you can see that. There you go. And again, more controls, and it's actually a pretty heavy-duty camera. Let's cut to camera 1, Babs. So, Cameron, you would have put this on your shoulder.
Yep.
Now, never hold a camera like that. That tells them you don't know what you're doing.
All right.
Hold on. We're going to mold you. See, he's such a Gen Zer. There we go.
Okay, yeah.
And then this hand comes down.
Yep.
And then you would aim it towards me and be like, hey, what's going on? All right. And that is how you would use the camera. It was a camcorder, not a video camera like this camera. And we're going to talk about this a little bit later. This is an RCA CC017, the camera I really, 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 really wanted when I was younger, like when I was like 14 or something like that. So what do you think, Cam?
I like it. I'd say the weight is quite balanced, so I could probably see myself carrying this for a few hours, maybe.
Here we go.
I wouldn't test that, but, you know.
All right, so let me show them more things that they have on here. Now, with this camera, like the V110, this camera has, it has, I think, more of a, like, what do you call it? It has all the time temp stuff. The buttons, it has a high-speed shutter. I just noticed that. So let's put that down there. Cut to camera 2, please. So it has a high-speed shutter. So this, like many cameras, that probably towards the late 80s, they were starting to cater for like industrial applications, but also for people that wanted to film sports. Let's cut to camera 1, please. So for people that wanted to film sports where you needed a high-speed shutter to get nice, clear, crisp action. I don't know why I did that. I just felt like, yeah, that was kind of embarrassing. But at any rate, so
it's improv.
Yeah,
it's a live stream. Anything goes.
Only the whole internet, or at least 6 of you, saw that. You know, these lab coats are pretty hot, and it's nice outside. I don't know why it's like stuffy down here.
We could be going for a walk in the park, right?
I know. We could be doing something very like father-son, but no, I dragged my poor son, junior lab tech Cameron, into this.
I like the air conditioning in here.
It's not bad. Any questions or comments about this camera? I'm not going to do a full retro breakdown, yada, yada, yada on this, but it's a really beefy camera. It's really fun. Let's cut to the close-up there, Babs, on 2. And we'll give you a little tour here. But the good news is, camera 1, please. The good news is that a viewer is going to fix this camera for me.
Wow.
Or he's going to try to fix this camera. And I'm very excited about that. And I hope our friend can resurrect this very cool retro tech camera.
So what are the most common problems with these kinds of cameras?
Oh, like everything? Well, with these old cameras, what tends to happen, let's go down to camera 2, Babs. What tends to happen is with old Sony cameras in particular, their CCDs, they have like this little... they have like a little block of glass that I think filters out UV light and some other things. Well, like this mold and other materials, they get in between this little block in front of the lens. So these guys get old cloudy pictures. There's belts inside that, you know, move the tape around. They dry up, crack. There's gears and other things in there that need to be greased and whatnot. So it's a lot of just regular maintenance. But the biggest problem is our capacitors. And I think everybody knows about this. You have capacitors that are in these cameras for 30, 40 years, and capacitors have a tendency to leak. So it's if I understand a capacitor correctly, it basically is sort of a reservoir. Like it stores energy and then it moves the energy out, or electricity, at like even increments. So it's not like this huge tidal wave of electricity hits.
Yeah.
So I think it stores power and then just moves the power out as it needs to. But over time, I think there's an acid inside the capacitor that ekes out off over the top. That acid comes down and then it can damage circuits and whatnot.
That's interesting.
Oh, what's the question?
It says chat. Oh, hold on. Is any of that rubber shoulder pad
Starting to decay?
Let's see. No, actually, you know what's really interesting? Let's cut to the low cam, Babs. Interestingly enough, this shoulder pad is in really, really good condition. I would say overall, this camera is in, it doesn't work. Obviously, I just mentioned that. It's in really good condition. And another thing too I just noticed? This camera has a little, what they call a narration mic. So it's right there. So I guess as you're talking and you're narrating what it is you're shooting, they actually have this mic over here that can pick up your voice, unlike the mic up here. Let me move this back. There we go. To the mic that's over here. But you know what? I'm guessing this camera, it's not a high 8 camera. Again, it's just a regular video 8 camera. So it probably had maybe 240, 260 lines of resolution. So it, for the day, wait a minute, let's find out when this camera was made. Hold on. Now, typically, if you have a question, we wonder where a camera, sometimes under the viewfinder, they will have a... under the viewfinder, there might be a little, like a little sticker here that gives you the camera's manufacturing date. Hold on. Is this one covered? Wait a minute. Oh, April. You got better eyes than I do. What does that say? 86?
1988.
Oh, so April of 88 is when this camera was made. And I just think it looks like a pro camera. And that's what I like about it. But to me, it's the VU meters. That is probably the main thing about this camera that I truly like.
Do you think it sort of gives it an industrial look?
Oh, it gives it a total pro look. Absolutely. So, back in the day when you had little VU meters kicking, it was like, ooh, wow. And what's also helpful with that is when you're setting your levels, you can make sure that they were set up properly so you weren't overmodulating the audio. And, again, hopefully we'll be able to get this thing up and running. Is there any other questions? I think I see a bunch of...
Yeah, there's a couple questions.
Yeah. So, there's a lot of comments.
All right, hopefully they're positive.
Me getting a raise.
Wait a minute, what?
Yes.
Well, who said you hope you get a raise?
Both Ace Paul and Dr. Matt.
I'll stick with $10.
Let's cut to camera one, please, for a moment. Okay. Ace Paul and Dr. Mac.
Whoever you are.
You guys are more than welcome to maybe help pay for Babs for her salary. You're more than welcome to do that because, as you know, it's a very low budget. What?
I didn't sign up for this. I signed up for that.
Well,
Come
what?
on.
First of all, this is a family endeavor. We're here in the lab in this high security area. You even have...
You aren't
he
even
even gets
part
a
of
little
the-
visitor badge.
You aren't
right
even
here.
a part of the partner program.
Partner program? What is the partner program?
That's how you make money on YouTube.
Oh, no. I have 689 subscribers today. I'm not even anywhere near getting a
No,
partnership.
you're actually pretty close.
Well, how much do I have to have?
1,000 subscribers.
Oh, boy. Yeah, good luck with that. So
if you want to help us make $8 a month on YouTube, hit that subscribe button and make sure to watch these videos over and over again so we can quadruple our watch time.
yeah. So
thank you very much.
that $8 can go towards buying more cameras. All right. So let's move on. We got to move on. So I thought I would share this today, and hopefully we'll be able to get this camera fixed. I'm looking forward to that. Very cool. Next up, did you have any questions, comments, or concerns?
No, I'm kind of just a voice for the audience. But if I have any witty, if I have any snarky comments, I'll just relay them
You
to you.
missed a comment from Matt, though.
Oh, Matt, what's your question?
Narration mic.
Oh, about the narration mic, yeah.
Oh, well,
Oh, so he said a narration mic is very charming, perfect for dumb jokes during holidays.
Yes, exactly. I could just see, but realistically, somebody with...
I can just see you going to Best Buy to pick one of those up.
Well, no, it's part of the camera. See, so as I'm filming Cameron, and there's the narration mic, and you can see how they have it appropriately by my mouth. Be like, okay, Cameron, do this. Oh, that's great. Or I could be narrating Cameron. Oh, Cameron's playing soccer right now, which is kind of obvious, right? And yeah, oh, he's going to score. Oh, there we go. Blah, 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 blah. So, you know, it's kind of quaint, yeah, for making stupid holiday jokes while you're filming your family. Gosh only knows these guys have dealt with that.
See, Nicholas Gaming has a comment.
Oh, Nicholas Gaming has a comment.
Nicholas has 1,000 subscribers.
Oh, but I'm catching up to you, Nicholas. I'm catching up. Haven't you had those 1,000?
You cannot beat his production value.
Ah, no, Nicholas has some very cool videos out there.
His production value is industry standard. You cannot.
That's right.
compete
Look
with
at
that.
this. Look at this wonderful set. Maybe one of these days we'll take a...
you cannot compete with this hammer that has been taped with duct tape.
Well, it's the Crusher, and you, for my fans out there who know all about the Crusher...
You're in on the joke.
Yeah, you'll just watch some previous episodes. So,
multiple
Nicholas, thank you for watching, and I'm going to catch up to your 1,000 subscribers. Just give me some time. Okay, next up, we have... you ready, Babs?
Yeah.
The RCA CC017 relic from, I think this is like 1984. Hold on, let's take a look. There's CC017, but there's a manufacturing date.
Is it under the...
Where is it? I can't see it. It's here somewhere.
I don't know about these more than you.
Well, I think this came out in 84 or 80. Oh, wait a minute. There's something on the side here. Sorry to waste everybody. Oh, here it is. It's 84, March of 84. So, this camera, when I was a kid, camera one, Babs, when I was a kid, I would look in the magazines in the New York Times when they had all the camcorder stores or camera store ads. I don't know why. Let's cut to the low shot.
Hold on, we're having some trouble here.
What's going on? What?
I pressed too many buttons.
Oh, shoot. Hold on. The train just drove right off the tracks.
Camera one.
Just take one.
I know, but it doesn't come.
Hi, everyone. I'm here to entertain you in the 10 seconds while
Oh, wait a
we're
minute. Hold on. We have more
finding a
problems.
solution to the...
Both things.
Hold on. Cameron, just
problem.
entertain them while I'm doing tech support.
I mean, I don't know what to say. I think this is kind of neat. You know, it's cool to learn about all these retro cameras. It can get a little weird when he keeps saying 4-digit numbers I don't really know the meaning of, but hi, Dad. Welcome back.
Hey. So not only am I a host and a lab tech, I'm also tech support, father, and so much more.
Yes.
So let's get back. So we're good. We're still streaming, right?
We're still streaming.
Great. So what we have here is a CC017 camcorder from 1984, March of 1984. I don't know why, but I really wanted this camera. And interestingly enough, when you go on eBay, there could be tens of these. So it was a really, really popular camera from 1984. And we have this little peekaboo door ready. Oh. And in there...
Is that for aerodynamics?
No, it has your... Let me put this here.
No?
It has your timer. It has your character generator. What else does it have?
But if you close that, the air goes right over if you throw it.
You stop that. Throw it. You don't throw this. You put it on your shoulder and you use it like
What do you mean?
Oh, stop. So we have our iris control, and this is probably one of the last cameras that had a red and blue balance to adjust the color. With the camera, it has the indoor-outdoor filter. You could set the white balance. Very basic, but typical for a early, like mid to early 80s camera. Let's go over on this side. Again, you know what? I loved RCA's look for their cameras. You know, you had sort of this shiny metallic silver paint. Oh, and what was really neat, this was kind of new for cameras, is, let me see if we can, it had the VTR controls for the camera right here, which interestingly enough, they matched the VCR buttons on the RCA VCRs. So if we cut to camera 1, what was really neat about that is they sort of took what I guess you call it the industrial design, and they had the camera's design and the VCR's design. They matched. Which
So
was
they
really
made it as utilitarian as possible, so you could use it with absolute ease.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
These cameras. Hold on. Hopefully this cable didn't get.
Also,
Wait a minute.
Dr. Mac Vet Sounds, just so you know,
Yes.
I'm not going to be in the summer play, but I will be assisting a production of The Little Mermaid. So, if you want to see it, you know.
Wait. How did my show just get hijacked for The Little Mermaid?
Well, there was a comment about it.
My gosh. So
You don't have enough subscribers for me to excuse going over people.
anyway, so what we have now. This is just a camera. This would be plugged into. Do I have? Oh. For you kids out there that don't know any better, you have this portable VCR or VTR, whatever you want to call it. You would take the cable. Tell you what, Babs, can you cut to the low camera? You would take your little cable. Here, let's bring this down to the focal thing and plug it into. Hold on, let me find. There we go. And you'd put that in there. And you got your little portable VCR. The tape would go in here. I don't have a power supply, so I can't turn it on. Let's cut to the high camera. There we go. And then dads back in 1984, they would have had a basically a holster, or not a holster, but it was a little bag to hold the camera. And then, hold on, I'm going to do this historically accurate.
memorable
and then I'd be like, okay, Cameron, now do this. Jump up and down, Cameron. Come on, can you jump up and down? Hey, look at that. See? And that's... Okay, you can stop jumping up and down.
Thank you.
Anyway, how to embarrass your kids on the internet. And that is how this would work. So, Nicholas, did you have any questions with your 1,000 subscribers? We have to wait.
Are you trying to secure partnerships now? What's going on?
What's the question?
Another silly question, but
I can, yeah. Will you ever review the Panasonic DVX100? I know it's mini DV and a little newer, but it's a camera used in the early 2000s video days.
I know all about that camera. It's the 100, right?
Yeah.
Yes. I owned that camera. What an amazing camera. This camera, I don't have one here because, again, they're pretty expensive. I don't know why, like the VX1000, the Panasonic, what was it called? The AG100? Oh, yeah.
AG-DVX100.
Yes. When that came out, boy, that really was sort of, it was like the next step in, like, I would say not digital filmmaking, but using your camcorder to make movies and whatnot. So I had a VX1000, and then eventually I got one of the Panasonics. Was a DVX100, a very, very, very cool camera. Someday I will get my hands on one. By the way, I actually own two because I was living out in Los Angeles, and I was with this group of, like, we called ourselves, well, we were filmmaker wannabes, and I guess somebody was holding the camera. It wasn't me, and the camera dropped, and the camera just went nose down into the floor, broke the lens off the camera, like it was done for. So I think the camera was around $3,000, and I had to go buy another one, and that was painful. So I really had two of those cameras, but a great camera and a good question. Hopefully someday I will be able to buy the Panasonic. Was it the AG-DVX100?
Yep.
What is that? AG. Yep.
Yep.
So, okay, we're going to move on. What time is it?
It is 12:25.
Wow, we're moving along pretty quickly there. I'm almost, okay.
Almost
Hold on.
halfway through.
Almost halfway through. Let's put this one away. Now, hold on. Oh, my goodness. I don't want to break anything. So, next up, Cameron's going to enjoy this. Babs, cut to the low camera. There you go. Look at that beauty. That is a mini JVC TM-P3 monitor, and it is just downright silly. I mean, look at that. Even my wife is laughing. So Yes.
Is there a 4K picture?
No, it's very much point something zero.
Is it
4K.
like 4 without the K? Is it
No,
4K?
it's just standard little monitor. But what's really funny about this is, let's cut to the big shot, wide shot cam, Babs, is that people be like, oh, that's really fantastic. This would be like, how about modern day VR cam? Oh yeah, this is great. I can see like everything. Oh, this is wow, this is amazing. But yeah. So this was a little companion monitor. Let's cut to the low shot. This is a little companion monitor that JVC came out with for like probably when the GRC1U came out. But it has, and I'll put it on its side, probably better that way. It has the inputs over here. Inputs here. I think on the other side, I think is where battery or a clipped on here. This or no, the battery actually I guess probably went here, and I think there was a tuner. And if I'm not mistaken, the tuner probably went on this side. But a neat, oh, look at this. Hold on. See, and there is the power supply. Let me put that back on. I just saw this and thought it was so fun and so different that I had to have it. And it really, let's cut to the wide shot, it really is not practical when you're trying to look at a little monitor like this, like, oh, like, especially if you're like a video pro and you're trying to see like the focus and the detail. Impossible.
So would this be on a table while you were recording?
Oh, well, this could be used for a multitude of different reasons. Let's cut to the low shot, Babs. So this would be used if you had, hold on, your JVC. Let's see if I can get those two in the shot. So if you were filming with this camera here, you'd take the output of this camera and it would plug into this little monitor, and if you were on location, camera one, you could see what was going on, like, and you could watch with your family. Also, this came with a tuner. Or not came with, you could buy a tuner, I believe. So you could then, camera two, we could then take it out to, say, the beach to go watch a baseball game or something like that. But it's so small and it's so cute. It's just, I don't know. I tried playing with it once.
You can't throw it away. You're too
No, but here, hold on. Let's cut to camera one, Babs. Oh my God. Okay. So what we're going to try to do...
I'll be here all day, ladies and
gentlemen. Oh, he's a real kidder. Hold on.
I will be here all day.
Let's see if maybe we can get this working real fast.
Save me.
You know what? You should be lucky.
We'll save the lecture for after the live.
Yes. Oh, he's a lovely boy. Lovely boy.
We have a comment about your little TV looking thing.
Looks like a big Watchman. LOL.
Well, actually, the Watchman, let's cut to the low camera, Babs. The Watchman had a different approach. This camera has a CRT, or a camera, this monitor has a CRT, where unlike the Watchman took the CRT and it reflected it onto, I think it was a screen, so you weren't looking directly at the CRT, you were actually looking at I think it was like reflected onto a mirror, and that's how you watched it, whereas this is looking directly into the CRT. Now, what we're going to do, let me find a fun movie. Let's see if we can watch something. I don't know if this is going to work. This is not rehearsed, so I apologize, but we're going to try to see if we can put a little picture here. All right, so let's cut to, not cut to anything yet. Let me put this up. Oh. Hold on, let me turn this down. Let's cut to the wide shot, Babs. All right, let me see if I can get this working. It might be busted by now. Let's see. So, well, again, I apologize. We did not rehearse this. So,
You gotta read the comment at the bottom.
what?
Oh dear, are we going to die in 7 days if we look into that thing? You don't know. Frankly, I think,
wrote that?
I think this could trigger epilepsy if you stare at it for long enough. Matt Sikovic. Why are you...
I'm mesmerized. I'm
No.
Okay.
We'll use that
you
for
know
the
what?
thumbnail.
For some reason, yes, for some reason it's not working, which could be a multitude of different reasons, but it might be because the output on this thing is, let me see, no. again, I am so sorry. I know you guys are all excited to see this thing work, but I got to get the output somehow, and I can't remember because sometimes I forget Anyway, we will work on that. I know I'm crazy. So that's that. What time is it? What time is it? I want to save plenty of time for questions.
12:30 p.m.
12:30 p.m. Wow. What are you doing? What are you doing to me?
Max's room. Kevin Costner wants his cut.
Oh, yes. Screw Kevin Costner. All right. Cameron, tell us a little bit about yourself. Anyway, okay.
Oh, all right. That was I'm 16. I live in Connecticut.
You live in...
That's the state I live in, Mom.
No, you don't. It's the internet, right? You don't give away all this stuff,
Oh.
so, right?
Please.
All right, here's the next thing up.
Send my IP
Okay,
address
here
to
we
my
go.
Email.
So, let's cut to the low camera. The next thing for our camera show and tell is we have this little quirky camera. It is the Sharp QC54, and you're going to love this, I think. Well, I don't know if you're going to love it, but you're going to enjoy it. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of an oddball of a camera, and that's why I bought it. It is this little camera. Here, Babs, why don't we cut to the wide shot? Look, so before we had, hold on, where did it go? Oh. So look what happened with the video cameras. Let's cut to the low shot, please. So you went from having this huge honking camera here, and then Sharp and the gang, they were able to sort of condense it down into that. And interestingly enough, I don't want to break anything here.
What kind of functionality do you lose when you scale down like that?
Just about everything. So what's really kind of funny about this is it has a wide in telephoto, I think, and it's so bare bones basic. Oh, and then you had your color temperature settings there. And honestly, I think that is... Oh, and then you had a little trigger to record. Now, if you guys cut to camera one, Cameron's going to entertain you for another minute more, and then we're going to go ahead and hook this up. I have to go get a power supply. I'll be right back. Why don't you go talk to the internet people?
Hi there.
So
I'll be right back.
There is a question that says, he didn't name you Cameron for cameras, right?
Well, my name does kind of sound like camera on,
It's-
so,
I'm gonna jump
you know,
in and say,
I'm not sure, but okay.
I'll explain. But because I will say, hi everyone, that Dave's mother did think that that's why we named him Cameron, because it was like camera on. She really thought it was this like exotic sort of out of the box name, and of course it really isn't. Cameron's been a name for a long time, so just want to explain that. So, all right.
Okay, I'm back. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, my wife, it was on the set there.
Are you still there, viewers? Or there's still anyone watching?
Oh my gosh.
Hilarious.
Yeah, there's still people watching. So.
All right, so what we're going to do here is I have this little old school RCA cut to camera 2 power supply. There we go, this little RCA power supply, and we are going to try to see if this little Konica or Sharp camera, oh, and it has, by the way, it has a tube. If you look here, surprisingly enough, there's a little Nuvicon tube, so it's not even a CCD camera. And Cameron, when was it manufactured?
1984.
So this is 1984. You know, little, I guess a handy cam probably came, or the RCA's little Small Wonder came out, and then this was sort of a little competitor to that. All right. So let's see what we got here.
Now was 1980. Oh,
what's the comment?
Gosh, don't these cost a fortune now? I was going to get one, but they were giving way too much. It was red.
Well, you know what? That is a great question. There is a cut to camera one, please. There is a problem out there, and I won't call it a problem, but I just did. So, for some reason, eBayers and pickers, eBayers think that anything that's old is worth something, and that is not true. Most of these cameras are worth a few bucks, but for some reason, eBayers are told by their friends, oh my gosh, because it's old, it must be worth something. And that is not true. So you have to kind of look around. And typically what I do with an eBay auction, when there's something that I'm interested in, I let that person just keep it up there and post and post and repost until they get to a point where they're so sick and tired of having the thing around, and then I'll offer them something, and then sometimes they cave, and sometimes they don't. Craigslist, as we know, is where pickers put stuff up because they think that's expensive, and then you have the pickers who go to Goodwill and they'll buy like a camera for like 15 bucks and then put it on eBay for $300 thinking it's worth something. But as we know, it's not.
The difference between scalpers and pickers is that pickers think their item's worth something when in reality it isn't, and scalpers know just how much some kids' parents will pay for a new Xbox.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that whole thing that's going on is ridiculous, and I refuse to buy into any of that. The people that you know, people that drive up the prices for those things. And I know it's a supply and demand thing. I get it.
Yeah.
I just think it's awful. And anyway, so do I have a picture here? Oh, wait a minute.
You do?
Oh, I do. Hold on. I'm going to turn it on in a moment. Wait a minute. Oh, so there is a focus.
Should film a new intro with that.
Oh, look at that. Oh, but maybe it's my eyes that are out of focus. Hold on. Oh, hey, now you're kind of close, but let's look at the audience. Oh, maybe I have to. Anyway, so let's go ahead. There is a picture here, and if I hit number 3, look at that. So let's see. Can I get Cameron? Oh, wow.
Hi.
Hold on, let me go wide. Oh, that's close up. So now, look, we're doing a hold on. We're doing a selfie from, there we go, 1984. Hey, oh, wait a minute, we got to get back further. So this is like what you would have done with this camera when you were doing like a selfie, like, hey, everybody, it's Cameron and I. Okay, so, wow. So let's see, Babs is back there somewhere, but it's probably not. Well, I can't see her. Hold on, there she is. Yeah, it's too dark. You can kind of see
She's back there
Babs
somewhere.
Now, these cameras want tons and tons. Let me find something. Maybe there's enough light here. Well, at any rate, I guess there's enough light here. The problem is I can't get this camera to go any wider, and the focus... Oh, wait a minute. What's that? Big Brother is talking. I know.
I don't think he says that.
No? What does Big Brother say? I have no idea.
Well, he technically doesn't say anything.
But yeah, so he doesn't. He just looks at your camera.
No, he's just on a poster.
So hold on. Let's film.
Orwell doesn't even say he exists.
He doesn't? What? Anyway, so I'm sorry we don't have a way to zoom in tighter to that, but there it is. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, internet friends. This camera's kind of cool. The color. Oh, wait a minute. Let's do this.
You want to hold it down with the lower camera?
Wait a minute, I want to check to see if the color temperature is better now. Nope, the Nuvicon tube has not survived. But here, let's put it down low so our friends can see this. And there we go. We have the little Konica. No, it's a.
We have a greetings.
Oh, who's our greeting
from Kyle's Digital Lab?
Oh, wait
hi.
a minute. Kyle's Digital Lab. Let's cut to camera 1. Oh. Hey, there we are. Is there somebody out there with another lab, like under the Nevada desert? What? Oh, what? What?
You're not supposed to reveal our location.
All right, well, there's Area 51, right? This is Area 52.
We have a real question here.
Oh,
We have a real question. This camera doesn't have an internal tape compartment?
Oh, no. This is a... Hold on, I'm trying to get away from Kevin Costner. There we go. This camera is purely, let's cut to camera 2, please. This camera is purely a video camera. It requires, just like I showed you before, you know this camera is going to fall over, right? Right, so let's do this. How many of you think this camera is going to fall over while I'm doing, just watch it, Cam, just in case. Here we go. Wait for it. Wait for it. I got to unplug another camera.
My hand is like hovering right around.
All right, so let's do this, Babs. We're going to boopity boopity boop boop. So we don't have a camera person, so I can't tilt the camera up. But what I can do is this. How about that? See, that's a TV person. We make it work, right? So you would use this camera here in conjunction with this portable VTR or VCR. And this is, it's almost funny how simple this is. this camera. I love the telephoto wide angle. Beep, beep. See it? Cut to camera 1. The sound effects. Beep, beep. All free. And you know what?
Wow.
They're totally, I don't have to pay anything for them. So the... Uh-oh, comment. I used to have a...
I used to have a QC54. It shocked me when I opened it up.
Well, all right, quick question. Why did you open up the... let's cut to camera 2, please. Why would you open up the camera? But you're a brave soul. Now,
I mean, it's his lab. He has every
I know.
right to
I guess
mess with
he
cameras.
would open up. Now, by the way, just keep it down there, Babs. Look at this. Let me take this away.
Oh.
I know. Here we go. This is what Sharps gave you. Sharp Electronics Corporation. Look at that. There's this little warranty card. But look, everyone. Confidential. Where is it? VIPs only. Cut to 1.
Oh. Wow.
Does that mean 40 years later, almost like 38 years later, I'm still a VIP?
I think so.
Okay. Wow. What else? Oh, we got little numbers. I don't know what the... Camera 2, please. I don't know what the little numbers are for, so that's interesting. Let's keep it there. Oh, we have the important safeguards, because you never know. Oh, what's the name of it? Is it Kyle? What's his name?
Yeah, it's
Kyle. Maybe you should have read the important safeguards before you opened up your QC54. And I have more VIP. Oh, wait a minute. Is this a manual? Oh, look at this little manual here. Look at that. And look how thin it is.
Ace Paul, by the way, is giving us context movies every year of what's going on.
What?
July 84, Ghostbusters Gremlins.
Oh, thank you, Paul. Yeah, this is really in-depth. So let's cut back to camera 1, please. So, very neat stuff. I mean, you know, listen, this is a conversation piece, this little QC54. You know, and it works, but it's not great. But it's kind of unusual, and that's what I do. Like, I collect cameras that are unusual, or they're popular, rather.
Now, it seems like nowadays this is sort of like a party trick or a cool thing you'd show your friends in your lab. And,
yes.
But I was wondering what they designed the camera for. Like, what did they market it as?
Well, cameras like that, like the Sharp QC54, which Kyle shocked himself with, it was all about portability. And, you know, you had a camera in 1984 that was big and clunky like this. And this thing is pretty hefty, right? Well, then you get the QC54, which I just put away, dummy me. But it was so small, and that was important to people because you were also carrying around... What did I do with it? You were carrying around this. So you think about all this stuff that you're carrying around, you're shooting a soccer game, and you got to lug this around. So over time, you know, cameras got smaller. vhs-c record packs, and there were even 8mm record packs. They got smaller, and therefore things were shrinking. And then the camcorder comes out. All this stuff basically goes away, and then we end up with the camcorder. Hold on, but wait, there's more. Sorry, everybody.
We have a comment from Kyle Sigala.
Oh, let's...
My neighbor used to have 2 portable VCRs, Hitachi and General Electric, and a Panasonic PK557, and he used it a lot.
Yeah.
He passed away in 2020, sadly. I have the PK557, but it doesn't work.
Oh, well, if that PK... Hold on. That was the older camcorder, I believe, or camera rather, an older camera. And yeah, you know what? It's a shame. Most of those cameras, they, you know, they were just over time capacitors leak, whatnot, and they don't fare well over time. Hold on. You were asking a question about cameras and whatnot and over time. This camera, I want to say, was fairly, thank you, Babs, was fairly, it was revolutionary. It is a RCA Small Wonder camcorder, camera, sorry, Small Wonder, and this was sort of like the beginning of like the handheld, camera 1 please, the handheld camera revolution, or evolution maybe. And
That's
what
a
I love,
revolution.
yeah, I guess so, and you know,
It's something new that inspires a whole generation of products.
Now, for a collector, by the way, I just love the fact that this has, let's cut to the low camera, please. This has the little, RCA, where is it, down there, CCD-V220, and I think this had an MOS sensor. I don't think it was a, anyway, I'm sure the camera doesn't work, but, oh, it does. It says works color band, so it has problems, but once again, look at how compact that is. Wow. And pretty stylish too when you think about it. And now this camera does not have autofocus. They came out with a camera right after it that had autofocus. Now once again, kids, I don't know why I don't just leave this out. This works with a, and I always haven't learned my lesson, it works with a portable VTR. Now let's cut to camera 1. So now you can see how this camera, I'm filming you, the cable runs down to the VCR, and look how much smaller this is. And it has all the cut to camera 2. It has most of the basic controls that your typical video camera would have. It's just sandwiched into a much smaller box. Very simple to operate, which I think appealed to many people. And then eventually, of course, cut to camera 1. What happens is they decide, hey, you know what? We're going to squeeze all this into a camcorder. Now, oh, hold on, but wait. I want to say this is probably the most iconic camcorder ever. So then, all of a sudden, we have that. So you sort of see the evolution of the camcorder starting. There we go. So now you have this vhs-c area here, you got your camera here, and now everything is in basically this whole little deal here, which just made for recording, home movies and all sorts of stuff a lot easier. And now you're not lugging around, 9-pound cut to camera 1. You're not lugging around a portable VCR, and even a little camera like this. Now you're lugging around, camera 2 please, you're lugging around this little camera right there. So it's pretty cool, and you can kind of see in a little snippet, gosh, wanted to see if, anyway, so that's that. What time is it, Babs?
It was 12:48. We do have a comment.
Oh, okay, we're going to get into our question and answer section here in a moment. Uh-oh. So what's the comment?
Thomas, USB 4 power. Can you get it?
Yep, I got a PK957 from a guy on Marketplace. He said it hasn't been used in 30 years, and I was lucky when I saw it turning on after literally 1 minute.
Yeah, you know what? I have a cut to camera 1, please. I have purchased old Panasonic and other tubed cameras that you initially turn them on and they don't look like they're going to work. And then sometimes I forget to turn them off, and then about a minute later, I guess they get enough juice, whatever it is, that the sensor heats up, does what it's supposed to do, and next thing you know, it's like, oh wow, it works. I love the old Panasonic cameras. They're kind of bland looking. I have one right here. Uh-oh. Hold on. So, this is a very high-tech looking camera. This is what a VC, oh no, it's not a Panasonic. This is a, oh, this is a Panasonic. I'm so sorry. You know what it is? This camera, let's take a look, Babs, camera. Maybe I can move it back a little bit, or forward, or maybe let's just do this. There we go. This camera is a, oh sugar, where is it? Oh, I'm sorry, cut to camera 1, please. Oh, it's a PK, like a, oh, do I have the box down there? No, it might be a 9, oh my gosh, how come, oh wait a minute, here it is. It's a PK980, let's cut to camera 2, please. It's a PK980, and you can kind of see the basic design of the Panasonic camera, but then you turn it around, and this thing is pretty sleek, and it reminds me of a Canon VC50 a little bit. I think it's called a VC50. And then, why don't we cut to camera 1 there, Babs? But very high-tech.
What does OmniPro mean?
Oh, OmniPro, that was simply, let's cut to camera 2. That was simply Panasonic's brand or their line of like OmniPro video cameras and VCRs and whatnot. This camera, I think, shot 400 lines, or had 400 lines of resolution. Yeah, 400 lines of resolution. It was a, thank you, Babs. It was a pretty sophisticated camera for its time, but this was this camera here was probably less of a consumer. Hold on. This was probably less of a consumer camera, and it was probably used more for industrial or prosumer. Like they probably use this at weddings and whatnot for wedding videographers and so on. Yeah, so now it's time for question and answers, everybody.
All right.
Here we go.
Starting with our first question. Do you have any 3-tube cameras yet? I've got a Sony DXC M3A, and it has 3 Satacon tubes.
Yeah, that's right. That was, yeah.
Also, I have an Ikegami.
Ikegami, yep.
Ikegami.
That's a broadcast camera.
HL95B, which uses 3 Plumbicon
Yep,
tubes.
yep.
Only paid $40 for it.
You found one of those for $40? That is amazing. Who was that?
That's Kyle.
Ah, Kyle. I got to tell you, typically the 3-tube cameras, they just are more expensive on eBay, and so I don't, as a rule, generally don't spend too much because, as my family knows, I am fairly cheap. But you'll be interested.
He wasn't kidding about the sound effects. He voices all of them.
Yeah, almost all of them. But I have a couple ENG cameras, but I think they may actually be. I actually do have a couple ENG cameras from Sony. They're later model cameras. And I think I have a DSR 500 and a DSR 300, and they may be 3-chip cameras, I think. Not tube cameras, but CCD cameras, I think. But one quick note, I picked up a couple Ikegami monitors that will incorporate into the set at some point. I just haven't had the time to do it. Any more questions, comments, or concerns? Yes, what do we have?
Let's use the last one.
It's not a question, though.
What's a comment?
That's a comment.
Okay, what does it say? It's funny that you mention about the Panasonic.
Read it out loud for everyone.
Well, Cameron, read it.
Okay. This is question time, right?
Yeah,
Well, but you comments and
comment?
questions,
Okay.
yes.
It's funny that you mention it about the Panasonic. The guy I got it from used it for weddings and events. It came on a Samsonite case and 2 big lights. Only $5.
See, that's fun. I like those little things. You have the lights, the case. And you know what? You even knew about a little bit of the backstory. It was used for weddings and whatnot. And I'm sure the lights were really bright tungsten hot lights that'll probably burn you. When I was a kid and I used those tungsten lights, they were really hot, and I probably have still scars from touching them.
Yep, the tungsten lights burning on the lead paint.
Yeah, you know,
combination.
back in my day, we ate the lead paint, right? Right? That's what you did as a kid?
Is that how this happened?
I don't know. We just went down some weird rabbit hole. Any other questions or comments? I mean, we should have. I know we got.
We have, the DSR 500 was a CCD camera.
But I don't know if it was a 3-chip camera or if it was just a single chip but high resolution camera. Did you have any questions or comments?
What inspired you to get into this hobby?
Ah, that's a good question. So, when I was a kid, where is it? It really kind of started with this camera. This is a camera that I really wanted, as you guys saw, the CC017. But my family couldn't afford it. But I was really into video production. Camera one, please. Really into video production. As a kid, a family friend had cameras. Anyway, so how I wanted to collect cameras. Yeah. Ever since I was a kid, I was always really into video cameras and editing and, recording things and putting together little movies. And then it kind of translated later when I discovered eBay. This camera right here. Oh, this is actually something pretty cool.
Yeah.
Let's cut to the low camera. This camera right here was my first purchase on eBay. The CC017 I bought in 1999 on eBay. I don't remember the price, but because cut to camera one, as a kid, I really wanted a camera. There we go. I really wanted one of these, and I probably paid maybe $15 for it on eBay. But it just kind of translated. I work in television now, so it just kind of built and built and built. But I love these old cameras. For me, and maybe for a lot of you out there, these cameras are very nostalgic. They remind me when I was a kid, like, oh, I wanted this. And I remember seeing the Marty McFly camera up there, you know, Back to the Future, and thought, how cool is that? So very neat stuff. So that's how I kind of got into it.
So would you consider this to be the most expensive $15 you've ever spent?
I don't understand.
Like this opened up a whole new hobby.
Oh,
that's
yes.
consumed
Yes.
thousands.
Very good question. Yes.
Yeah.
This cut to camera 2. Yeah, this, I believe it was $15. And it also came with a matching VCR too, which I don't have anymore. I threw it away. It's a long story. But yeah, this opened up Pandora's box of eBay buying between that and Star Wars action figures, and that's a whole other Megillah that I... 4 minutes? Okay. So we're going to wrap this up in a few minutes. Anything else?
We have a few comments. Kyle says, I picked up a JVC S-VHS ET-VCR for only $35.
Wow. And did it... I mean, I hope it still works. If it does, that's very cool. And Kyle, do you fix your own gear? I would love to know that, because that's really helpful. I can get away with fixing little things, but replacing belts and all that other stuff on VCRs, I stay away from that. I'm very klutzy when it comes to very small things. But I think we're going to wrap up our show here. I want to say thank you so much for spending a little bit of your Father's Day with us here in the lab. Why don't you come on over there, Babs? So here we go. I don't know if I've lit for this, but here we go. Watch out.
I don't want to destroy anything here.
All right, there we go.
That's
So
right.
from my family to your family, I want to say thank you so much, and I hope you all have a great Father's Day. It was a pleasure spending 1 hour of your Sunday.
In our Sunday.
and their Sundays, and I hope you guys have a great day. See you soon.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
So we got to go turn this off now. So
Have I earned